is here with skies so clear, a new beginning, no room for fear. Coffee steams and the breeze rolls in this space let our joy begin. Cannabis flows like a sweet refrain, easing our hearts, soothing our strain. We rise together, no soul alone, in the cove where peace has grown. Lifted by the light we rise and shine. Shine on, shine bright. A brand new day where love's divine. Your side, right here by your side. We walk this path with joy as our guide. Oh joy, let it ride. The cove's a home where kindness lives, a place where every heart forgives. The brass calls out like a morning breeze, harmonies drift through the swaying trees. Cannabis lifts us smooth as the sea, setting us free, just you and me. With every sip, with every laugh, we find our way on this morning's path. Lifted by the light we rise and shine. Shine on, shine bright. A brand new day where love's divine. Ooh, love's divine. Coffee and peace with friends at your side. Right here by your side. We walk this path with joy as our guide. Oh joy, let it ride. Let's share this load, light our way on this morning's road. Together we rise, hearts open wide. Won't you let it ride? Peace and love with the sun as our guide. Peace and sunlight. Lifted by the light we rise and shine. Shine on, shine bright. A brand new day where love's divine. Your side, right here by your side. We walk this path with joy as our guide. Oh joy, let it ride. So gather around, let the spirit glow. Glow, let it glow. Together we rise, together we grow.
Cove-TV on, we're ready to go. Pour your coffee, light it up, let's set the tone. Today's the day to make it your own. From the first hit to the last sip of brew, it's gonna be a good day just for you. It's gonna be a good day, can you feel that beat? Motivation's in the air, get up on your feet. From the morning hustle to the sunset glow, with Cove-TV on, let the good vibes show. So smile big, let your worries melt away. It's gonna be a good day, come what may. You've got the power, you've got the drive. Today's your canvas, paint it alive. The ocean breeze, the tropical scene, waking up strong, living the dream. No matter what comes, you've got what it takes. With every little step, feel the ground shake. Let the music move you, let your spirit play. It's a Cove kind of morning, leading the way. It's gonna be a good day, can you feel that beat? Motivation's in the air, get up on your feet. From the morning hustle to the sunset glow, with Cove-TV on, let the good vibes show. So smile big, let your worries melt away. It's gonna be a good day, come what may. So let's take today, make it a dance. With every breath in and every step ahead, we're writing our story, enough said. It's gonna be a good day, can you feel that beat? Motivation's in the air, get up on your feet. From the morning hustle to the sunset glow, with Cove-TV on, let the good vibes show. So smile big, let your worries melt away. It's gonna be a good day, come what may. So rise up, Cove Crew, let's make it bright. Positivity shining, everything's right. It's gonna be a good day, let's seize it true. With Cove-TV mornings, it's all about you.
It's a brand new day, Cove-TV's here to brighten your way. Coffee brews, the rhythm feels right. Spark your morning, let's take flight. Feel the buzz, let the energy ignite. We're your crew, bringing morning delight. So grab your cup and let it flow. Cove-TV morning, let's start the show. Coming up next is the show you know. Cove-TV morning where good vibes grow. Hit that like, don't forget to share. Wake the world, let's go anywhere. First light to the mellow groove, we're here together, finding our move. Conversations flow, hearts align. Cove-TV morning where moments shine. Whether you're near or miles away, we're the start of a beautiful day. Roll it up, sip it slow. Cove-TV morning, let's start the show. Your head, let the good vibes rain. Cove-TV's magic, ease in the strain. Every laugh, every note we play reminds us all it's a brand new day. Coming up next is the show you know. Cove-TV morning where good vibes grow. Hit that like, don't forget to share. Wake the world, let's go anywhere. Vibes rain, Cove-TV's magic, ease in the strain. Every laugh, every note we play reminds us all it's a brand new day. Cove-TV morning, your start, your glow. With coffee, connection, and stories to show. Thanks for joining, we're glad to know. Cove-TV morning, let's start the show.
Time. Dab time.
Push the goddamn button.
Push the goddamn button. Friday morning, everybody. What up, cornbread?
Good morning, Beans.
How are you this morning?
Good.
Good. What do you know this morning?
Nothing today.
Nothing. I got nothing. Here you there. Cheers. Cheers, everybody. I hope everybody's off to a dope-ass Friday morning.
Wow. Just look at it.
Oh. Good morning, Amber. How are you? I hope you are having a wonderful Friday morning.
Good morning, Crystal. I hope you're having a great morning.
Good morning, Dee. How are you? I hope you are having a wonderful morning.
Good morning, Bill. I hope you're having a great morning.
Good morning, Ma. How are you, dear? I hope you are having a wonderful morning.
Good morning, Deb. I hope you're having a great morning.
Good morning, Yvonne. How are you? I hope you are having a wonderful morning.
Good morning, Gary. I hope you're having a great morning.
Good morning, Scott. What up, brother? How are you this morning? I hope you're having a wonderful morning.
Good morning, Vicki C. I hope you're having a great morning.
Good morning, CJ. How are you, dear? I hope you're having a wonderful Friday morning.
Good morning. I don't know.
Dreadhead.
Dreadhead. I hope you're having a great morning.
Good morning, Ash. How are you? I hope you're having a wonderful morning.
Yeah.
It is beans and cornbread this morning. Hell yeah. How are you guys? How's everybody's morning going? Should we wake and bake and stuff like that?
Yeah.
All right. If you have not got your Getting Stoned word, please do. Cheers, cheers, everybody.
The morning's here, the horizon glows. With every comment, a connection grows. Coffee steam rises, a comforting sight. Your smiles, your vibes make the day feel right. The Cove awakens, together we shine. Each of you here is a blessing divine. Cannabis sparks and the laughter flows. In this sunrise moment, the magic shows. Wake up with you, it's a beautiful start. The Cove's a place that's close to my heart. Each voice, each laugh, a melody true. Sunrise sessions wouldn't shine without you. Through every dawn, we've built this bond. A family of light, stretching far and beyond. Rolling the herb, sharing the brew. Moments like this feel sacred with you. The rhythm of life, gentle and kind, echoes in hearts with peace intertwined. Together we stand as the morning breaks. A sunrise with you is all it takes. Wake up with you, it's a beautiful start. The Cove's a place that's close to my heart. Each voice, each laugh, a melody true. Sunrise sessions wouldn't shine without you. Wake up with you, it's a beautiful start. The Cove's a place that's close to my heart. Each voice, each laugh, a melody true. Sunrise sessions wouldn't shine without you. Every smile you share, every story told, a treasure we hold, more precious than gold. You lift the light, you brighten the way, the Cove feels alive with you every day. Wake up with you, it's a beautiful start. The Cove's a place that's close to my heart. Each voice, each laugh, a melody true. Sunrise sessions wouldn't shine without you.
Cheers, everybody. No, she's been having some phone problems, so she just says good morning to everybody, and then she'll jump over to YouTube and watch on YouTube. How's everybody's Friday morning going? I hope it's been a dope-ass morning so far. It's been pretty good here. Been working on a few things here and there, some Guardians of Unity stuff. Worked on out of work today, so there's that. Whatever. Yeah. What do all of you incredible people have going on today? Cornbread, what's your plans for your Friday?
Nada. I did have physical therapy appointments lined up, but I'll have to go to those.
No mo.
Nope.
Great turf war the last night. Let's go, Red Cobras. 22 properties in this bitch. We won both of our matches last night. We beat Man-Bear and Cody Koff, or Koffsey and Cody Koff.
Yeah.
We beat both the Koffs last night. I laughed so hard last night. Like, it was ridiculously funny. Holy shit. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, it was a good time. But let's go, Red Cobras. On the rise, 22 properties. Let's fucking go. Yerper is back down to his compound, like normal, I suppose. So, in order to do the double matches last night, he had to win the first match because it was a fucking compound match, and he did win it. And then they lost their second match, so then they're back down to their compound. But morning update for April 25th, 20-something or another. We got 420 coming up here shortly. We'll have this day in history. We'll have our morning speaker. I do got to work, so Chilling in the Cove will be at 5 instead of the normal 4. We'll marble race and hang out. Basement Brawl tonight. We got our last set of silver nucks for April going out tonight, and the gold nuck brawl will be tonight. You can catch that on the Yerpers page, the Cost a Lots page, and the Cove YouTube. It should be a Good Friday. Is it Good Friday? How far is Good Friday? Wasn't like Good Friday the end of like the Easter fasting thing? I don't know a lot of it, honestly. So, yeah, we are 4 minutes out, everybody. It's super rainy here. Yvonne, Bill, is it raining there? Which, I mean, whatever. We need the moisture. We need the rain. Yeah, no.
I'm trying to breathe.
This is Cape Cod, I believe. Yep, Cape Cod. Yeah, the Duluth cam is very rainy up there today, so we're cheating it up this morning. But it's still so
it
pretty.
is.
Is it still raining there? It's raining here. Morgan was not happy this morning. She was all like, yeah, let's go outside. And then opened the door and she was like, I fucking hate my life. And I was like, yo, you got to go out. At least go out and use bathroom quick. And now she's sleeping again. I got your word, Bill. You sure did?
Where?
Yes. Usually if I pull the thing down, I've got all those getting stoned words. Good morning, YouTube CJ. Warm cornbread this morning.
That was a Keef bowl.
Nice.
That was a Keef bowl. And it got me.
Yep, she misses Facebook when she watches on YouTube. Yep. Light sprinkle. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. I lit the stove. Yesterday, I figured, fuck it. I'll stick around the electric heater. Two minutes out. Make sure you're packing up, rolling up, heating up, warming up, grinding up, waking up, get some coffee up or something.
Right.
Here we go. 420. Here we go.
Damn, I packed that fucker with Keith.
Yeah, my reclaim is catching some reclaim.
Oh.
Yeah, it's gonna be a pretty good day. Pretty chilling. I'm a no news is good news kind of person. So, no news is good news.
Yep. That's true. No news is good news. Absolutely. That's what my mom always told me.
I finished the John Cena Edge rivalry WWE Rivals thing on A. That was really good. Man, those stories are so fucking good.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I've forgot about those.
Yep, no news is good news. For real. 1 minute out, everybody.
Let's go.
Hey, not even. Happy 420. That was quick.
Smoke weed every day.
Magic! What up, brother? Hope you're having a wonderful morning. Happy 420, bro. got Magic, we got Christina, we got Fabi. What up, you guys? Good morning.
Good morning.
I hope you guys are having wonderful mornings. Christina. Yeah, just kind of, I don't know, work today and work on some more. I've got a few of the art pieces, the giveaway art pieces to work on yet. I got a couple of them done out. And what up, Steve?
What up, everybody? I don't know where I was going with that, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. But does anybody have anything fun or fancy or cool planned? I was kind of hoping to see Kay this morning. Because if you need treats, reach out to Kay Klingman at K9's Kitchen. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's got deals going right now, too. So reach out and ask if you aren't sure. You can reach out to anybody from the Cove. Reach out to my personal account. Reach out to pretty much, I don't know. We'll get you in touch.
Yep, for sure. And totally worth it. Totally. Just keep swimming. Yes, Christina, yes.
Yes. I hope she likes it.
I like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit. Brittany in this bitch. Good morning, Brittany. How are you? I hope you're having a wonderful morning. Hope you're feeling better.
For real. For real.
Totally approved by Vicki Bowers' dog, by the Morganator, by Yerper's cats, Rossi's cat.
My dogs. My cats.
Yeah. The corn puppers.
Sure.
I don't know. It's something. There's something there.
There is something there. Beans will work on it, guys.
I'll work on it. It's a working title. All right, we'll play a song and dive into our This Day in History. I was wondering where Kate. I know she was getting the camper ready and going camping this morning. So
Yeah, that's right. They're going to the camper this weekend.
I usually have like a 3-day like a leeway period with anybody if I don't see people like the people we're used to seeing every morning or in the subscriber chat or anything. I'm like, all right, where is this person at? So, but I do know she said she was getting some camping stuff ready and camping going and camping. She is a camping fool come summertime. They will be like. She'll be watching the show from the lakeside that they just rode their bikes to. Yes, please feel better. Brittany, please feel better. Yes. All right. Let's get ready for our This Day in History. Cheers, everybody.
Drifts in from the shore, a bowling headlights, an open door. With every puff, the good vibes grow like the sun rising, warm and slow. We gather together, light up with care. The cove's our spot, no worries to spare. Laughter and love in each smoky line, sharing moments, feeling just fine. How sweet it is, sparking on wine, unwind, peace refine. Every day with the crew in tow, cold breeze, let it flow. From sunrise clouds to afternoon haze and praise, sweet summer days. How sweet it is, how sweet we stay lifted every day. Pack a bowl, let the session begin. Inhale deep, feel the calm settle in. With every toke, the stress slips away. At the Cove, it's the perfect day. The ocean hums, waves kiss the sand. We're toasted and floating, everything's grand. Here with the crew, life's at ease. Living the dream on this tropical breeze. How sweet it is, sparking on wine, unwind, peace refine. Every day with the crew in tow, cold breeze, let it flow. The sunrise clouds to afternoon haze and praise, sweet summer days. How sweet it is, how sweet we stay lifted every day. the session begin. Inhale deep, feel the calm settle in. With every toke, the stress slips away. At the Cove, it's the perfect day. The ocean hums, waves kiss the sand. We're toasted and floating, everything's grand. Here with the crew, life's at ease. Living the dream on this tropical breeze. How sweet it is, sparking on wine. Unwind, unwind, peace you'll find. Every day with the crew in tow. Cool breeze, let it flow. From sunrise clouds to afternoon haze. Haze and praise, sweet summer days. How sweet it is, how sweet we stay. Stay lifted every day. Peace in the air and we drift with ease. Oh yeah, oh sweet relief. Float through the Cove on a summer breeze. Good vibes in every draw. Sharing the moment without a flaw. How sweet it is, sparking on wine. Unwind, unwind, peace you'll find. Every day with the crew in tow. Cool breeze, let it flow. Sunrise clouds to afternoon haze. Haze and praise, sweet summer days. How sweet it is, how sweet we stay. Stay lifted every day.
Let's go. Right, Corbett has some dope ass shirts. Echo. Super echo. Okay, unmute yourself. Echo. Yeah, it's echo. You don't even know. I'll wait to start the distinction.
Okay, I'll be back.
But I'm totally not waiting. No, I'm just kidding. I will wait for Corbett. Let's go right now. Do it now. I hope you feel better, Brittany. It'll get better. I don't know when or how, but it will. Please just believe. Do you believe in things getting better? I don't know. I tried. Echo. No, we're good.
Okay.
Right.
Um,
Oh, go ahead.
thank you, Crystal. I get them off Temu.
Get him off. I saw a meme or whatever that said like there was like a fucking, big ass Temu warehouse fire and the total accrued losses was 53 cents.
I tried being normal once. Worst 2 minutes of my life.
The worst 2 minutes of your life. That's fucking wonderful. What is normal?
I don't know.
No, not I. I always think of SpongeBob episode of I'm normal. Yeah. All right. Here we go. You know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
Hi there, and welcome to this day in history for April 25th. April 25th is the 115th day of the year in the Gregorian calendar, 116th in leap years, with 250 days remaining to the end of the year. April 25th is World Malaria Day. Malaria is a disease caused by a single-cell parasitic microorganism that is spread by way of the bite of an infected Anopheles mosquito. Symptoms typically begin about 10 days to 2 weeks after having been bitten by an infected mosquito and can cause flu-like symptoms such as fever, tiredness, gastric distress, and headaches, and in severe cases, anemia, organ failure, or even death. It came to be called malaria because before people knew about such things as parasitic single-celled microorganisms that could cause disease, it was thought to have been caused by bad air, hence the name malaria, bad air. It appears that this mosquito is more likely to thrive in South America, Africa, parts of the Middle East, India, and Asia. Preventative measures include mosquito nets, insect repellent, mosquito control, and preventative medications. April 25th, World Malaria Day. Today's word is avant-garde. Avant-garde may be a noun or an adjective. Lifted directly from the French, where it literally meant advance guard, the term was originally used in more of a military meaning. As time passed and language evolved, the term avant-garde came to be used in the arts to refer to those who were at the forefront of innovation, frequently breaking traditional norms and opening the door for new artistic movements. And while discussion of the term avant-garde often dwells on artistic innovation, I wouldn't limit it to only art and style. For instance, I have known and am currently aware of really smart people who had and have different ideas about their field of study. Such innovations may fly in the face of establishment thinking, and such people may become pariahs in their field of study. Here are a couple of examples. Galileo, from the 15 and 1600s, he formed some different ideas based entirely on observation about the Earth, Sun, and planetary movement. He got in a lot of trouble for his ideas, which, by the way, turned out to be correct. He was definitely an avant-garde astronomer. We've talked about Galileo before. I also know of a particular ophthalmologist who had some different ideas about something as mundane as cataract surgery. He faced criticism and implied threats of censure for his ideas and the methods and techniques that he helped develop and further. That dear old doc has gone on to the great surgical suite in the sky now, but he recognized that the old ways could and should be improved upon, and he did so in the face of opposition. Nobody does cataract surgery the old way anymore. Now, granted, he wasn't the only one, but he was the one I personally knew. And I can tell you that the methods, techniques, and materials that are in use today for cataract surgery exist because, at least in part, of this avant-garde ophthalmologist. Beyond that, you can think of such cultural game changers as Virginia Woolf's stream of consciousness technique in literature. It was avant-garde for its time and fundamentally changed the way narrative was approached in modern novels, or Igor Stravinsky's work, The Rite of Spring, which was so avant-garde that its first performance in 1913 caused a riot among the audience due to its radical structure and dissonance. Avant-garde artists, creators, and scientists definitely color outside the lines. You can be sure that I could certainly think of other examples, but we don't have all day to talk about this. So hopefully you get my point. Avant-garde is a term we use to refer to pioneers or innovators of a given period, genre, or school of thought. As I mentioned, it came from French. First known use as a noun is in the 1500s. As an adjective as recently as 100 years ago in the 1920s. Avant-garde. And with that, this is the anniversary of Portugal's Carnation Revolution, April 25th, 1974. This was a pivotal moment in Portuguese history, marking the transition from authoritarian rule to democracy, and also leading to the decolonizing of Portugal's African and Asian territories. Such events are never easy or quick, and this one began as a military coup by a group of military officers who were opposed to the regime that was then current, known as the Estado Novo regime. Once this coup began, the movement quickly gained popular support, as people had had about a hatful of authoritarian rule, suppression of political opposition, and the difficulty and expense of maintaining or attempting to maintain those aforementioned African and Asian territories, particularly the Portuguese African territories, with whom Portugal was entrenched in colonial wars since about 1961. There was widespread dissent with both the military and the general public over these colonial wars alone. Add to that dissatisfaction over lack of political and economic reforms, and Portugal was quite the pressure cooker. So, the military launched the coup on April 25, 1974. Civilians flooded the streets in massive popular support, interacted with military rebels, and placed carnations in the barrels of their guns, giving this revolution its name. Remarkably, the revolution was nearly bloodless, with minimal conflict and resistance from regime forces. The fall of the Estado Novo led to the swift decolonization of the Portuguese territories in Africa and Asia, And by the end of the year, 1974, independence was granted to Guinea-Bissau, followed by Mozambique, Cape Verde, Sao Tome and Principe, then Angola and East Timor the following year in 1975. This rapid decolonization brought many Portuguese citizens back home from these territories. The country had its work cut out for it and set about to make the transition to democracy. It took a while and there were a lot of adjustments to make, but the Carnation Revolution was a defining moment in Portuguese history. April 25th is commemorated each year as Freedom Day, celebrating Portugal's liberation from authoritarian rule and its journey into democracy. As much as the Carnation Revolution means to the Portuguese people every day, these 50 years later, it's also a remarkable example of a largely peaceful transition from authoritarianism to democracy, with enduring effects to the nation's political and social fabric. The Carnation Revolution. Today's song is Birdhouse in Your Soul by They Might Be Giants. Written by John Flansburgh and John Linnell, Birdhouse in Your Soul appears on their album Flood and was released as a single in 1990 and is their highest charting single and best-known song. Told from the perspective of a nightlight shaped like a canary, Birdhouse in Your Soul gives us a quirky look at such things as Jason and the Argonauts and the Longines Symphonette. My avant-garde daughter introduced me to this song, its artists, and several more of their records. In appreciation, I have Birdhouse in Your Soul as her ringtone on my phone. A fun, quirky little song, Birdhouse in Your Soul by They Might Be Giants. Link in the description. Today's quote is a little ditty I first heard as a very young child. And it is, April showers bring May flowers. April showers bring May flowers. All righty. Y'all take care. Be good to each other. I'll see you next time. And I think that's going to do it for us today. Thank you so much for watching. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Feel free to share this video with a link in your email, messaging, or social media. If you enjoyed this series, you can check out the playlists in the description. You can find me on BitChute, Facebook, Odyssey, Rumble, YouTube, and X, as well as on a blog page called No Really. All those links are in the description. Alrighty, that's all I can think of right now. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.
That was great. Much love, Vicki B. I hope you're having a wonderful Friday. Please make sure you're following Vicki on all of the platforms that she mentioned. We appreciate To This Day in History every day. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Good morning, Kay. How are you? We were just thinking about you. That's crazy. Good morning, Bree. How are you? I hope you are having a wonderful morning. It's been a pretty good morning so far. Okay. Our song of the day. Maybe. Oh, I didn't need that.
Oh, look at that.
All right, here we go. They Might Be Giants with Birdhouse in Your Soul.
I'm your only friend, I'm not your only friend, but I'm a little glowing friend, but really I'm not actually your friend, but I am. Blue canary in the outlet by the light switch, who watches over you? Make a little birdhouse in your soul, not to put too fine a point on it. Say I'm the only bee in your bonnet. Make a little birdhouse in your soul. I have a secret to tell from my electrical well. It's a simple message and I'm leaving out the whistles and bells. So the room must listen to me, filibuster vigilantly. My name is Blue Canary, one note spelled L-I-T-E. My story's infinite,
Like the Longines Symphony, it doesn't rest. Blue canary in the island by the light switch, who watches over you? Make a little birdhouse in your soul, not to put too fine a pine on it. Say I'm the only bee in your bonnet. Make a little birdhouse in your soul. I'm your only friend, I'm not your only friend, but I'm a little glowing friend, but really I'm not actually your friend, but I am. There's a picture opposite me of my primitive ancestry, which stood on rocky shores and kept the beaches shipwreck free. Though I respect that a lot, I'd be fired if that were my job. After killing Jason off and countless screaming Argonauts, new bird of friendliness, like guardian angels, it's always near. Blue canary in the alley by the light switch, who watches over you? Make a little birdhouse in your soul, not to put too fine a pine on it. Say I'm the only bee in your bonnet. Make a little birdhouse in your soul. While you're at it, leave the nightlight on inside the birdhouse in your soul. Not to put too fine a pine on it. Say I'm the only bee in your bonnet. Make a little birdhouse in your soul. While you're at it, leave the nightlight on inside the birdhouse in your soul. Not to put too fine a pine on it. Say I'm the only bee in your bonnet. Make a little birdhouse in your soul. While you're at it, leave the nightlight on inside the birdhouse in your soul. Not to put too fine a pine on it. Say I'm the only bee in your bonnet. Make a little birdhouse in your soul.
I swear that we have done this. Is it like a fucking year ago that we did
You know, these dogs have a short tail.
this day in history, and that was our song of the day? That's crazy. It's a fucking wacky music video. That shit's super weird. Check it out. It's a good time.
Ryan's picking on poor Rosie with her little nub.
Oh, you're so welcome, Kay. You are so damn welcome.
That's why they
You'll
cut
be
their
all right.
tails are like that.
That is not why their tails are like that, to use as a
Look it
handle.
up.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they're supposed to chase. They chase like fucking rodents or whatever that go on the ground, like dig holes and go on the ground.
Yeah.
They chase them in the hole. They grab it, and then you grab their tail and you pull them out of the hole.
Oh, touche.
If they had a longer tail, you go
Touche,
down,
she says.
probably cut it so short.
You got a point. You've really got a point. Okay. All right. Okay.
All right, we'll play a song and we'll see where we're at with our morning. Cheers, everybody.
On a Sunday morn, the sky's so clear, the cove awakens, peace draws near. The birds inhale, the day begins. Inhale the good, exhale your sins. The sunlight kisses every leaf. A gentle toke brings calm relief. Through every puff, the soul set free. Ganja embracing harmony. Inhale, exhale, amen, here we stand. With every puff we understand. The cove is calling, let peace begin. Inhale, exhale, amen, and breathe it in. Inhale, exhale, let joy unfold. Stories shared, connections bold. Lift each other, find strength again. Inhale, exhale, amen. The morning glow, soft waves roll by. In every breath we reach the sky. Sunday's a blessing, a gift to embrace. We slow things down, move at love's pace. Rolls our past with care, with trust. In the cove we do what we must. The herb unites as laughter flows. Through sacred clouds the spirit grows. Inhale, exhale, amen, here we stand. With every puff we understand. The cove is calling, let peace begin. Inhale, exhale, amen, and connections bold. Lift each other, find strength again. Inhale, exhale, amen. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, amen. Here we stand. A Sunday morning wrapped in gold. With every taupe, new stories told. The herb brings peace to hearts in need. A soulful moment, love's gentle creed. In the cove with ganja in hand, together we rise, together we stand. No rush, no fear, just space to be. Inhale, exhale, serenity. Inhale, exhale, amen. Here we stand. With every puff we understand. The cove is calling, let peace begin. Inhale, exhale, amen. And breathe it. Inhale, exhale, let joy unfold. Stories shared, connections bold. Lift each other, find strength again. Inhale, exhale, amen. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, amen. Here we stand.
Yeah.
Such a great song.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
That was a great song, wasn't it?
I'll be right back, cornbread.
Okay, you're good. It is a good song. I like that song. I agree. I agree, Ma. It's a good song. Good song. So, is everybody having a great morning so far? I am.
Sun's out here.
Is it out? Oh.
Flowers are coming up.
The flowers that you planted, they're coming up. Yay! Ryan planted some pretty flowers.
The ones that you like are coming up faster than the other ones.
Yes. Which one? Wait, which ones are those?
The white ones with the pink outline around them.
Yeah, what are they called again?
I don't know. It's up there in the freezer.
I can't remember what they are, but they're really gorgeous flowers. I'll tell you that right now.
Better if somebody would remember to water them.
Oh, Ma. Those are, oh.
That must take fucking
What?
like 60 days for them to actually turn the flowers.
Which ones? Mine?
All the ones I plan to do.
All the ones that you planted? Oh, okay. Yeah, he planted a couple different ones. At least I'm glad that they're doing good though.
Well, then you're doing better if somebody would remember to water them.
I know. I need to have you remind me. I forget. Sorry.
Well, I put them on the freezer out there so they get sunlight. And I've been watering them. They're like every other day. They're growing, but I'll put them off the freezer and put them on the ground. Keep grounded.
Probably because she was getting bread out of the freezer. Let's go.
Dale won't drop
Let's
out.
fucking go. Yeah, don't miss Children on the Cove this afternoon, 5 p.m. Eastern time. Come and hang out and watch the marble racing with us. And then Basement Rolling at 9 p.m. Let's fucking go. And I'm so glad that you like it, Kay. Yes, if anybody needs fur baby treats, reach out to Kay. They are made with love. Just tail
Yes.
wagging joy. They are Morgan May approved.
Did you turn my phone off last night?
No.
I need
What did you do?
these.
Watching the Beetle video.
I didn't turn your phone off, but I exited your video.
Bitch.
You fell asleep.
All right. We'll play another song and we'll dive into our morning speaker.
Let's go.
Good morning, Sandra. How are you? I hope you're having a wonderful Friday morning. Cheers, everybody.
The sun breaks in through the window pane. Steam from the coffee, a slow burning flame. Feet on the floor, another day starts. Rolling ahead with a light in my heart. Clouds might gather, the road might bend, but I keep moving, no need to pretend. Past is behind, the fire still glows. Where the wind takes me, nobody knows. Just keep it rolling, don't lose the flame. Keep it burning, let it stay the same. Ride with the wind, don't fight the rain. Storms will pass, the sun remains. Every step's a story, every breath a song. Sing it loud, keep moving on. Keep moving forward, just roll along, roll along, roll along. Lessons learned like stones in a stream. Some sink away, some shine in between. The weight gets heavy, the nights feel cold, but I found my way in stories retold. No need to rush, no need to chase. Every small step still holds its place. The rhythm of life, like the waves on the shore. I take what it gives, I don't ask for more. Just keep it rolling, don't lose the flame. Keep it burning, let it stay the same. Ride with the wind, don't fight the rain. Storms will pass, the sun remains. Every turn, every mile, a piece of the ride. Some days I drift, some days I glide. Through every moment, through every flame. The world keeps spinning, I do the same. The fire still flickers, the ember still glows. Wherever I land, the rhythm still flows. With every sunrise, with every sigh, I take what I need and I let it fly.
Cheers, 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 everybody. I hope everybody's having a wonderful Friday morning.
Cheers, cheers.
So maybe with this one.
Yeah, okay, and yeah, see, Ryan does the gardening stuff, like he does the flowers and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm not a good gardener.
I have a green thumb. You have a black thumb.
I
grow flowers. You kill them.
Oh, that's so rude. But it's so true.
All right, we're gonna go with the Dr. Scott this morning for our morning speaker. What do we got left on? Okay, that'll work. All right, here we go.
Most of the time, when we try to change something significant in our lives, it lasts a few days at best. And the main reason this happens is because people tend to oversimplify the change process. We often think of it like it's just a two-step process. Step one, decide to change. Step two, change. If this is what you believe, and this is how you practice your attempts at behavioral change, you are putting yourself in unwinnable situations and unknowingly setting yourself up for failure. In our study of human habits and behaviors, we've discovered that change is a multi-step process and that each step in the process needs different types of support and interventions in order to help the person progress to the next step. If you don't get what you need at each step of the change process, you either get stuck at that step, best case scenario, or worst case scenario, you fall backwards and revert.
Good morning, Nikki. How are you? I hope you're having a wonderful morning. We're just hanging out. We're just starting our morning speaker, Dr. Scott, this morning.
To a previous step. Now, something I want you to keep in mind as we review these steps and what a person needs from these steps is that this information is useful in two settings. This is good information to have if you're a support person and if you're trying to help somebody else make a change. This can give you information about how you can react to that person to best support them. That's not necessarily the main takeaway that I hope you get from today's video, though, because this is also information you can use to help yourself. When you are in a change process, the majority of the feedback that you receive comes from you. You will hear your own judgment of your change process more than you will hear the judgment of everybody else in your life combined by a wide margin. So as you're listening to today's content, please think about how you can apply this to your own inner dialogue when you are working on some kind of change, whether that's trying to get yourself to do something you had a hard time initiating or trying to stop yourself from doing something that you think is harmful to you. So as we walk through Prochaska and DiClementi's 5 stages of behavioral change, I'm also going to give an example for each stage. The example I'm going to give is overspending. So if someone was struggling with overspending, here's how that might look at each of these 5 stages and what a person might be able to do to help them move through each of the 5 stages. The first stage of change is what is called pre-contemplation. If a person is in pre-contemplation with regard to a behavior change, that means they either do not yet realize that they have a problem or they are in some level of denial about the problem. They maybe do realize it deep down inside, but they're not emotionally ready to really even face it for themselves yet, let alone admit or acknowledge it to another person. And so what a person who is in pre-contemplation needs is awareness. They need to gradually develop awareness that they have a problem that is worth looking at. And the best way that you can help them or you develop that awareness is through genuine concern and questions rather than shame and judgment. If you think somebody has a problem and they're not ready to admit that they have a problem and you just come at it head on and you say, you have a problem, you need to do this, or you need to stop doing this, they are just going to dig in even harder. It will be met with nothing but resistance and denial. A really good way to navigate around people's resistance and behavioral change is to use questions rather than statements. And I will acknowledge it can feel a little manipulative to do this, but questions are a great way of getting around a person's defensiveness and getting to the heart of the matter. So for example, if I struggle with overspending and I am in pre-contemplation, what you would hear from me if I'm talking about finances is a lot of rationalizing and justifying. So I might be saying things like, everybody's in debt right now. The economy's terrible. You know, like I'm just like everybody else. There's not a specific me problem happening here, right? And a way that I might respond to something like that, if I heard it in a therapy session or heard it from someone I care about, is start with validation and get into question. So I might say something like, the economy is terrible, because there's usually a kernel of truth to those rationalizations, right?
Good morning, Brother Boxman. How are you? I hope you're having a wonderful Friday morning. We're just getting into our morning speaker, Dr. Scott, this morning.
Economy is terrible right now. It's ridiculous. Like no one is thriving hardly right now. Within that reality, does not changing your spending habits during a terrible economy make you feel more or less stressed about finances? So you can kind of see what I did there. Like it's obviously somewhat of a leading. I already know the answer to this question. Of course, it makes you more stressed. But if I just say, well, then stop spending so much money, dude. Like if the economy sucks, spend less. That's a solution. Someone in pre-contemplation isn't ready to hear a solution because they haven't acknowledged that they have a problem yet. So you need to gently, and it's hard, it's frustrating when you see it clear as day, gently raise their awareness level of the problem. The second stage of the stages of change model is what's called contemplation. When a person is in contemplation, they are aware that they have a problem. They have at least acknowledged it to themselves. They may even be ready to acknowledge it to other people, but they are not yet sure if they are willing to change. They're still trying to decide, is this something I am actually willing to work on or to let go of? So what a person needs when they're in contemplation is they need motivation. They need to believe that this is something worth doing and that they could do. And usually you can get that through support, installation of hope, sometimes even examples. You got to be a little careful with examples, because if you say like, oh, I struggled with that too, and I got through it and I'm okay now. And if in the course of talking to this person, if it becomes apparent to them that the thing you struggled with isn't actually that much like the thing they're struggling with, it's going to backfire. So examples can be helpful, but you got to be really careful here. So going back to the spending example, if I'm in contemplation with my overspending, you might hear me say something like, I know I spend more than I should. See, there's the acknowledgement, but shopping is the only way I can recover from the stress of my job. So I'm acknowledging and admitting the problem, but I'm still not sure if I'm ready to change it. There's part of me that wants to hold on to this really badly. And the way I might respond to something like that is, I know your job is extremely stressful and you absolutely deserve to feel relief from that. Do you know anyone who copes effectively with a stressful job using methods other than shopping? So again, I'm using questions to navigate around defensiveness. I'm not just coming at them head on. I'm not just telling them that they're wrong, because that's not what they need here. They need encouragement. They need hope. They need support. And I'm trying to come alongside them and say, yeah, let's look at this together. You have some needs that are being met by this thing, but it's maybe not the best way to meet them. Let's see if we can figure something else out instead. The third stage of change is what is called preparation. When a person is in preparation, they've not only acknowledged that they have something they would like to change, they have decided that they are going to try to change it. So the ambivalence of like letting go or starting the thing is gone. They're definitely going to do it. What they're lacking here is they don't know how. Like, I don't know how to stop spending too much money. I want to, but I don't know what to do. And so when a person is in the preparation stage, they need strategy, they need information, they need ideas. This is when they need someone to come up and say like, hey, let's try XYZ solution, right? They need a game plan. And so if I'm in preparation with my overspending, I might say something like, I've got to get my spending under control. It is a problem and I need to work on it. But no one's ever taught me how to manage money. Like I literally don't know how to do this. That's my barrier right now. And how I might respond to a person who says something like that is, I mean, there's, tons, right? Depends on the situation. Let me give you the number of my accountant, or here's the budgeting software I use. Or, when I'm really stressed out and I have an urge to spend, I have this text document on my phone of other things besides shopping that help me calm down. And I try to look at that every time I feel the urge to shop and pick 2 or 3 things from that list instead. So this is where you really get to give the person ideas, which is something that a lot of people jump to this too early. And as soon as they think someone has a problem, they say, here's what you should do about it. If you apply that to someone who's in pre-contemplation or contemplation, it won't work. But if you give that to someone in preparation, it's going to work really well because that's what they need. The fourth stage is action. Action is when this change process has begun. I am increasing or decreasing the behavior, but it's fairly new. And it still feels challenging. It feels uncomfortable. It feels unsteady. I'm maybe not sure if I can keep doing it. And so the biggest thing that a person in the action stage is lacking is confidence. They don't know if this is a change they can stick with long term. And you get confidence mainly from repetition more than anything else. Like the longer you do this thing or don't do this thing, the more confident you will become. Along the way, things like validation and acknowledgement and encouragement really go a long way to helping the person in action. If I'm in action with my excessive spending, you might hear me say something like, it's been a week. I haven't shopped impulsively in a week, but it has been so hard. I'm fighting urges constantly, and I don't know if I can do this like indefinitely. I feel like any day I could lose the battle. So I'm insecure. I'm nervous about this change I'm making. And how I might respond to a person who says something like that is, I just want you to know you're doing a great job. The first week is usually the hardest. That's when the urges are typically the strongest. And the same strategies that you've been using so far that have carried you through this first week are probably going to continue to work for you. I know it's scary, but I really believe that if you stick to the plan, you will be able to do this, and the intensity of those urges is going to decrease over time. And the fifth and final stage, according to the Prochaska and DiClemente stages of change model, is maintenance. Maintenance is when the change basically has been achieved, but we want to make sure it stays that way. This is actually a really dangerous stage. It probably doesn't seem like it. It's the final stage. So it's the goal, it's the end game. But you're actually not done when you're in maintenance. What a person needs when they're in maintenance is to avoid complacency. And if you're in like pre-contemplation, contemplation, or preparation with the change you're trying to make, what I'm about to say is going to sound kind of ridiculous and insensitive, but I promise you it's a real thing. When you've been in maintenance with a change for a long time, to some degree, you actually kind of forget how bad it was when you had the problem. And that becomes an issue because questions and doubt start creeping in. You've gained a little bit of confidence. You've got some distance from this problem. And pretty much inevitably, I would say 90+% of the time, at some point, your brain's going to ask the question, maybe we could re-enter that world. Maybe we could do that again. Maybe I could turn on one-click shopping on Amazon again. Maybe I could drink on occasion. Maybe it would be okay if I went on this diet. Whatever the addiction that you were struggling with is, you start to think, could I integrate that back into my life to some degree, right? Could I have a healthy relationship with this thing that I've never had a healthy relationship with before? And this is where I see people often start to backslide. When you're in maintenance, do not let yourself get complacent. It is so important that you remember why you made this change, that you remember why you worked so hard to get to this place, that you remember how bad things were going before you started to really work on this, and that you do not let yourself slip up. Because your work is not done when you're in maintenance. If you've struggled with addiction or mental illness, pessimistic statement coming, but you need to hear it, your work is never going to be done. It hopefully gets a lot easier the longer you do it, but it's never going to be complete. There's always going to be at least a little bit, hopefully very little, but a little bit of a battle that you're going to have to fight regularly with this thing. Do not rest on that battle. When those urges come up, when those feelings come up, you know what to do because you've done it for so long. Just keep doing it. Don't quit because it gets easier. I know it might sound ridiculous if you're not there, but when you get there, trust me, this is you're gonna have these feelings, you're gonna have these thoughts, and you're gonna be glad you heard this message. So just to summarize, the important thing with this model really is to realize that almost every type of reaction to a person who's trying to change something can be helpful if it is applied in the correct stage, and can be unhelpful if it is applied in the incorrect stage. And I think this is what trips people up, is they applied some certain intervention to a person, and maybe through sheer luck, they applied the right intervention at the right stage, and it worked really well for that person. Maybe I gave this person a strategy and they took it and things got a lot better. And I'm like, okay, that's the secret. Anytime someone's struggling with overspending, I'm going to show them my budgeting app and give them the tools they need to get it under control. Often we stumble into something that works because we just happen to apply a certain intervention to a person who was in a certain stage of change. So I knew I had this friend who was struggling with overspending, and I showed her how I do my budget, and they set up their budget, and like that got them going. That fixed the problem. You were talking to someone who was in preparation. And so that happened to be exactly what they needed. You maybe didn't realize that. You just tried this thing and it worked. And so you think, hey, I found the solution to overspending. Now, anytime someone tells me that they need help with overspending, I'm going to show them my budgeting software. But if you do that to someone who's in contemplation, they're not ready for a plan yet. They still need to decide that they're going to change. If you show that to someone who's in action, they're going to be like, yeah, like I know I'm already doing it, but I'm really insecure about if I can keep doing it. And just getting strategies doesn't help me with my confidence. The needs change at every stage. And so in order to get to the next stage, what you get has to also change. Now, of course, you cannot control the world. You cannot control other people. But remember that you can give yourself whatever other people don't give you. So if you're at a certain stage of change and you're not getting your needs met from those around you, double down inside and make sure you give yourself what you need in spades to get to the next step. As always, I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you next time. Take care.
That was great.
That
Yes,
was
please
great.
check out Dr. Scott Eilers. He's fucking dope. He's got all sorts of amazing content. And yeah, that was great. I mean, it's all a step-by-step process. I try to tell people just one step at a time, day by day, just breathe. Focus on literally what you can focus on. Like, you can't do more than you can do. It's not impossible.
Right.
We are 5 minutes out from 4:20, everybody. I hope everybody's having a wonderful morning. Oh, I haven't played this one yet. We're gonna play this one for 4:20. Yeah, I get it, you guys. I get it. You know, it's not anger's not a bad thing. It depends on what it's focused at. And I mean, you have every right to be angry.
Right.
But, I feel like it's the rumination that gets you. It just snowballs in your head. And the more upset you get, the more upset you get. Which, I mean, I struggle with that too. I just try to, I don't know, separate myself from it and look at it from a different angle.
Can I let her down now?
Yeah, slow down.
Oh, pupper.
Oh!
She's like, give me that one down. I'm done.
She was all dirty.
Don't miss marble racing this afternoon at 5. Come and hang out with us and get high and do some marble racing. And basement brawl tonight. Make sure you get the silver Nux because it is the final brawl of the month. Who will earn our April set of gold Nux? Let's fucking go. It's crazy. So I bought a punching bag and then had it for a while, and then COVID hit. And I mean, it was fairly still in really good new condition. And so I priced it on Amazon and I sold it. And this lady paid the price that I paid for it, brand new. She got a deal on it. It was like $160 brand new at that time. I bought it for like $80, $90. And so she paid $80 for it. And it was dope. I mean, she knew. I mean, I wasn't like I wasn't trying to like bamboozle her or nothing. I'm loving. I'm gonna ride the rubber nucky wave for a while. Rubber nucky. Yeah, I don't know. It's to be a Europe has like all of the gold pairs. Speaking of Nux, I saw so last night I was watching the WWE Rivals series and watching the John Cena and Edge one, and they were in a match. I don't remember, and Ashley's gonna yell at me because I don't remember which one is which. And Lita gave Edge a pair of Nux, and he hit John Cena in the back of the head, and then like tucked him away quick. Everybody's like, "What?" Yeah.
Yep.
The storylines are interesting. I didn't know Freddie Prinze Jr. wrote for the WWE. Mm-hmm. Like the Freddie, yeah, like heartthrob, 90s heartthrob, Freddie Prinze Jr.
Yeah. It's cornbreadless sourdough. What? What? It's Jiffy cornbread. Get it right. There, box man.
Dang. People like that, their time will come, Sandra. Yeah, Kasi has all of the brawl standings and everything. He knows who won when, where, how. We're gonna lose our sunrise soon. Happy 420, everybody.
20.
Wake up, Cove Crew, it's time to rise. The sun's shining bright, got that morning high. Grab your coffee, pack that bowl. Cove-TV's on, let's rock and roll. Palm trees swing, good vibes in the air. It's a wake and bake morning, no worries or care. Kick back, relax, let the day unfold. With every little puff, let the story be told. Wake up and talk, it's a brand new day. With Cove-TV, we're feeling okay. From the first light up to the morning breeze, we're riding that high, doing just as we please. So hit that like, share the good vibes. We wake and bake with the Cove where the sunshine thrives. From the Cove-TV couch, let's start it right. Cannabis clouds in the morning light. Smooth tunes playing, got the rhythm tight. With Cove-TV, it's a morning delight. The ocean's calling, the breeze feels sweet. Cannabis dreams make the morning complete. So grab your lighter, spark it up, take a hit. With Cove-TV on, we're all feeling lit. Wake up and talk, it's a brand new day. With Cove-TV, we're feeling okay. From the first light up to the morning breeze, we're riding that high, doing just as we please. So hit that like, share the good vibes. We wake and bake with the Cove where the sunshine thrives. From the Cove-TV couch, let's start it right. Cannabis clouds in the morning light. Smooth first light up to the morning breeze. We're riding that high, doing just as we please. So hit that like, share the good vibes. We wake and bake with the Cove where the sunshine thrives. Let the morning unfold, let the good times play. With every little hit, we're drifting away. It's a wake and bake vibe from the start to the end. With Cove-TV mornings, you got a friend. Wake up and talk, it's a brand new day. With Cove-TV, we're feeling okay. From the first light up to the morning breeze, we're riding that high, doing just as we please. So hit that like, share the good vibes. We wake and bake with the Cove where the sunshine thrives. So wake up, Cove Crew, let's start it right. With cannabis mornings and a tropical light. Cove-TV's here, so let's all connect. Wake up and talk, it's what we expect.
Yeah, that's crazy. The sunrise was like that video was just ending.
Right.
And I see a loop in the sun. That's the second time I saw it. So I'm like, nope, that can't happen. Shit drives me crazy. Let's watch a CGP Gray.
Babe, can you see them out the window?
What?
Girls.
Oh, okay.
Texans are the best of guns. That guy.
Oh. Find mine. Don't look. What do you know, Beans?
Oh, I found a good one. I'm digging for videos. All right. A simple solution to traffic. Here we go.
Stuck at an intersection, you always watch unfold the fundamental problem of traffic. On green, the first car accelerates, and then the next, and then the next, and then the next, and then you, only to catch the red. Had the cars accelerated simultaneously, you would have made it through. Coordination, not cars, is the problem, because we are monkey drivers with slow reaction times and short attention spans. Even if we tried, getting everyone to press the pedal on 3, 2, 1 now would be challenging. This discoordination limits how many cars can get through an intersection, and when one backs up to the next, that's when city-sized gridlock cascades happen, taking forever to clear. In general, more intersections equals more discoordination, which equals more traffic. This is the motive behind big highways. No intersections. Splits and merges, yes. Intersections, no. No stopping, no coordination problems, no traffic. Well, that's the theory anyway. Intersections outside of a highway will back up onto it, again, because human reaction times limit how many cars can escape the off-ramp when the light changes. But even without intersections, there would still be traffic on the highway. Traffic can just appear. Take a one-lane highway with happy cars flowing until a chicken crosses the road. The driver who sees it brakes a little, the driver behind him doesn't notice immediately and brakes a little harder than necessary. The driver behind him does the same until someone comes to a complete stop. And oh look, cars approaching at highway speeds must now stop as well. Though the chicken is long gone, it left a phantom intersection on the highway. This is what's happened when you're stuck in traffic for hours thinking there must be a deadly pile up ahead, and then suddenly the traffic's over with no wreckage in sight. To your relief if you're a good person, and mild annoyance if you aren't. You just pass through a phantom intersection, the cause of which is long gone. And this phantom intersection moves. It's really a traffic snake slithering down the road, eating oncoming cars at one end and pooping them out the other. On a ring road, a single car slowing down will start an ouroboros of traffic that will last forever, even though there's no problem with the road. If the drivers could coordinate to accelerate and separate simultaneously, easy driving would return. But they can't, so traffic eternal. On highways, traffic snakes grow if cars are eated faster than excreted, and they shrink if excreted faster than eated, dying when the last car accelerates away before the next car must stop. Now, in multi-lane highways, there needs be no chicken to start gridlock. A driver crossing lanes quickly with cars too close behind is enough to birth a traffic snake that lives for hours and leagues. It's this quick crossing that causes drivers behind to overbrake and begin a chain reaction. But we can make traffic snakes less likely by changing the way we drive. Your goal as a driver is to stay the same distance from the car ahead as from the car behind at all times. Tailgating is trouble, not just because it makes accidents more likely, but because you as the tailgater can start a traffic snake if the driver ahead brakes. Always in the middle. This gives you the most time to prevent overbraking, but also gives the driver behind you the most time as well. And when stuck in traffic, this rule would get all cars to pull apart the snake faster. That's the simple solution to traffic, getting humans to change their behavior, perhaps by sharing this video to show how and why traffic happens, why tailgaters are trouble, and how we can work together to make the roads better for all. The end. Except, yeah, wishing upon a star that people are better than they are is a terrible solution every time. Instead, what works is a structurally systematized solution, which is exactly what self-driving cars are. Self-driving cars can just be programmed to stay in the middle and accelerate simultaneously. They'll just do it. The more self-driving cars at an intersection, the more efficient the intersection gets. A solid lane of self-driving cars vastly increases throughput. Actually, if you ban humans from the road, which we should totally do anyway, you can get rid of the intersection entirely. After all, a traffic light is just a tool for drivers on one road to communicate with drivers on another, poorly and coarsely. Red equals don't go now, we are coming through the intersection. Green equals good to go. But self-driving cars can talk to each other at the speed of light. With that kind of coordination, no traffic light necessary. Just as with a highway, the best intersection is no intersection. Humans will never drive this precisely. At the intersection, the fundamental problem with traffic that you watch unfold, as with everything, is people. So the real simple solution to traffic is no more monkeys driving cars.
Oh no, Boxman, I'm so sorry, bro. Dang, brother. It's been a wild April, that's for sure.
So sorry, Boxman. Much love.
Just know you're not alone, Broseph.
They're playing McDonald's with the car open.
I mean, yeah, whatever makes. They're using their imagination. Yeah, it's SpongeBob, but say imagination.
Exactly. Imagination. I did it at the same time. That's so crazy. I love SpongeBob. It's such like a cultural. I don't know. I didn't. Yeah, it's crazy.
I like SpongeBob. I grew up on
love
that.
SpongeBob. All right, let's play this one. This one goes out to you, Boxman, and anybody, everybody, all of you who need it. Cheers, cheers.
Hey, take a moment, the world can wait. Feel the rhythm, let go of the weight. Your strength runs deep, it's always been there. Breathe it in, feel the love in the air. Each step you take is a brand new start. Beanz says you've got the fire in your heart. Lift yourself up, wipe off the dust. In your own strength you can trust. Beanz says just take a breath just for you. Feel the peace as it carries through. Life's a wave, let it lift you high. Each moment glows like the morning sky. Breathe it in, let the calm reside. Find your strength, let it amplify. You're enough and your heart is true. Beanz says just take a breath, just for you. The sun is rising, your soul ignites. Feel the energy reach new heights. Challenges fade, your strength will grow. You've got the courage, let it show. Beanz says stand tall, let the world see the beauty and strength that's in you and me. Every breath's a step toward the light. You're the spark that shines so bright. Beanz says just take a breath just for you. Feel the peace as it carries through. Life's a wave, let it lift you high. Each moment glows like the morning sky. Breathe it in, let the calm reside. Find your strength, let it amplify. You're enough and your heart is true. Beanz says just take a breath, just for you. Just for you.
Yeah, you're not old at all. That's mean. I'm older than you are. What does that say about me?
Ryan just said it. She's MIA. Cut her from the program. Ryan, go to work. Negative. Don't worry, Beanz. He doesn't want to go to work either.
Don't blame me.
Hey, love you. He goes, sure you do, you liar. Mr. Cornstalk has left the building, Ma.
All right, so I was kind of talking earlier this week about the deal about the breakdown of how vampires came to be.
Oh, yeah.
The lore of vampires. So that's not that long, so we'll listen to that. It's fucking super interesting.
Okay. Well, that's what we call him now. It's Mr. Cornstalk.
And definitely check out the Weird History channel. I fucking watch these guys all the time. Mr. Doe. I like that box, man.
Mr. Doe. I do like that too. I mean, I like Cornstalk and I like Mr. Doe.
I like I don't mind, like, Boxman is the only one that calls you sourdough. And so, like, it's special. And so, like, I don't mind that. I like the Mr. Doe. I think that's cool. I got your back, Boxman. Only Boxman calls for sourdough. It's like I call you Corn Breezy.
Yep. Yeah.
All right, here we go. How a 19th century disease panic sparked vampire legends.
Long been from Dracula to Edward Cullen, pop culture has long been fascinated by handsome, blood-sucking vampires. But once upon a time, vampires were more than just an entertaining monster for a story. People thought they were real, and the proof seemed to be everywhere. The lore behind the famous shape-shifting bloodsucker can actually be traced to a series of diseases that ravaged North America and Europe in the 18th and 19th centuries. Today, we're going to take a look at how a 19th century disease panic created vampires as we know them. But before we get started, be sure to subscribe to the Weird History channel. After that, leave a comment and let us know what other folklore and creepy history you would like to hear about. Okay? I've come to suck your blood. In the late 18th through late 19th century, New England was plagued by tuberculosis. Also known as consumption, the infectious disease originated from bacteria. Since germ theory wouldn't be proposed until the 1870s and widely accepted until the 1880s, doctors and medical researchers of the era had little to no knowledge of the disease, its causes, or potential treatments. One of the deadliest plagues in human history, tuberculosis would ultimately kill 2% of New England's total population. With no vaccine or antibiotics to treat it, the infected had very few options. The most common treatment was to send tuberculosis patients to a sanatorium. For those who couldn't afford that, there were only mythical explanations and folk remedies. Tuberculosis was scary, and people were afraid not only of the disease, but of those infected by it. One contemporary doctor wrote of how the emaciated figure, sweaty brow, red cheeks, sunken eyes, and offensive, laborious breath common to tuberculosis patients struck most people with terror. Striking at a time when many believed in the supernatural, it's easy to see how the symptoms of the frightful disease, like fatigue, appetite loss, and weight loss, captured the imagination. Over time, these symptoms were slowly transmuted into the characteristics of vampires. A retired Connecticut state archaeologist who spent time excavating the remains of vampires buried in the 1800s points out the symptoms seem to imply something or someone was sucking the life right out of the victims. It's this line of reasoning that led people to believe vampires would suck the blood right from their victims. But that's not where the similarities stop. Other symptoms inspired different parts of the vampire mythos. For example, tuberculosis was known as the White Plague because its victims would often turn pale, just like the classic depictions of vampires. The manner in which tuberculosis spread also contributed to the vampire mythos. Those infected with TB can often take days to show their symptoms. This meant many would spread the illness to their family and then die before the others started showing their own symptoms. Given the supernatural inclinations of the period and the lack of anything resembling a modern understanding of disease, some concluded that their dead relatives were rising from the grave and returning home to suck the life out of their living family. Still others believed their deceased family members had psychic connections to their living relatives that allowed them to communicate without leaving the grave. Given that people were scared both of the possibility of contracting tuberculosis and the possibility that their own undead family members were going to return from the grave to suck out their life force, fear and paranoia were common. In some places, citizens even began digging up the suspected vampire and killing them again in order to stop them from attacking the living. Author Michael E. Bell characterized such events as therapeutic exhumations. Often, people were personally digging up their own deceased family members and mutilating them. I guess that's a type of therapy. Bell was able to identify 8 separate instances of these therapeutic exhumations in 1800s New England. And you thought your family gatherings were tough. Once the suspected vampire was dug back out of the ground, what happened next would vary depending on where in the region it was occurring. Some communities in Maine and Massachusetts would simply flip the dead body over and then rebury it. In other areas, the townsfolk would check the exhumed body's heart for blood. If blood was found, the most likely conclusion was that they had found a vampire. Usually, the heart would be removed and then burned. Family members would sometimes be allowed to inhale the smoke, which was believed to prevent the further spread of the disease. In other instances, the family members would eat the ashes. Very peaty. In one case, a 19-year-old from Exeter, Rhode Island, named Mercy Brown, succumbed to tuberculosis in 1892. Her sister and mother had already died of the same disease, but her brother Edwin had not. However, he quickly became sick. Concerned townspeople dug up Mercy's body and found blood in her heart and mouth. Concluding that she was a vampire, they burned her heart and mixed it into a potion for her sick brother to drink. The potion obviously didn't work, and Edwin passed away a few months later. Sometimes families would dig up their deceased relatives who had passed away years earlier. In such cases, the remains were often decomposed to the point of being nothing but bones. This raised a tough question. How do you kill a skeletal vampire? Well, if the people decided the skeleton was in fact a threat, they would typically rearrange the bones into a skull and crossbones pattern. This, it was believed, would prevent the undead from rising and terrorizing the living. Over in Europe, they had their own way of doing things. Suspected bloodsuckers were dug up and then burned, rearranged, or had a stake driven through their heart. That last method eventually made its way into fiction, and today is probably the most well-known method of slaying vampires. That or death by stereo. Our knowledge of the Great New England Vampire Panic owes much to a handful of recent archaeological discoveries. In the early 1990s, two boys in Griswold, Connecticut were playing when they stumbled upon a gravel pit that contained 27 graves. The bodies collectively belonged to two families that had both been ravaged by tuberculosis, the Rays and the Waltons. Turns out, during the 1850s, two sons of Henry and Lucy Ray, named Lemuel and Elisha, died of tuberculosis. In 1854, their third son, Henry Nelson, also contracted the disease. Contemporary newspaper accounts record that the family dug Lemuel and Elisha out of their graves, burned them, and then reburied them. Henry Nelson, it's believed, lived for years. Yet burning corpses wasn't the only method the people of Griswold used to deal with suspected vampires. In the same burial plot, archaeologists discovered a coffin with markings that identified it as holding the remains of a man named John Barber. Inside the coffin, the archaeologists found evidence that the man had died of tuberculosis. It was also discovered that 5 full years after being interred, Barber was dug up, had his head hacked from his spine, and his femurs rearranged into an X-shaped pattern. There was also evidence someone had tried to remove his heart. While tuberculosis does explain a lot, it wasn't the only disease that may have inspired the legends about vampires. It may have had some help from another illness that was common in the 1700s and 1800s, namely rabies. It was Dr. Juan Gomez Alonso of Spain who in 1998 first made the connection between the folk monsters and the second disease, which was widespread in Europe. Dr. Gomez Alonso noted that a rabies outbreak that was known to have occurred in Hungary from 1721 to 1728 was quickly followed by a so-called vampire epidemic. Gomez Alonso pointed out that both rabid animals and people with rabies often bite each other, which in turn passes on the disease to the bite victim. The resemblance between this transmission and the way vampirism is believed to spread is pretty apparent. Rabies is also known to cause a hypersensitivity to sunlight and strong smells, like garlic. Even the idea that vampires don't cast a reflection in the mirror might owe its existence to rabies, since people were not considered rabid if they were able to stand the sight of themselves in a mirror. Based on these similarities, the doctor concluded that some symptoms of rabies had made their way into vampire lore. The eroticizing of vampires in fiction goes at least as far back as Bram Stoker's 1897 novel, Dracula. The sexy vampire remains popular today, as anyone who's seen Twilight can tell you. However, even this might be attributable to a disease. Rabies is known to affect the areas of the brain that govern sleep and libido. The condition can cause insomnia, which may be responsible for the notion that vampires are nocturnal, as well as having a heightened sex drive. In fact, in 2014, one rabies patient was found to be able to have sex 20 to 30 times a day, and some infected men have reported the ability to maintain an erection for days. That is a curse. That being said, we'd like to remind our viewers who may be getting ideas that rabies can kill you, so stick with the Viagra. The very rabies outbreaks that inspired vampire lore are known to have affected dogs, wolves, and other animals. This is possibly the reason that many depictions of vampires include the power to transform themselves into various types of animals. Bram Stoker's Dracula, for example, could turn into a wolf or even a large dog. Dracula could also turn into a bat, but the connection between bats and vampires likely entered the mythos from a different source, since bats weren't known to Europeans until the early Renaissance and the discovery of the Americas. The fact is, because of their taste for blood, vampire bats were named after vampires and not, as many believe, the other way around. A quick fun fact here, vampire bats, unlike their fictional counterparts, do not actually suck blood from their victims. They just make an incision and then lick the blood up. That's good. In addition to rabies and tuberculosis, some believe that vampirism was inspired by a rare genetic disorder known as porphyria. Porphyria causes a breakdown in the body's production of heme, which is the red pigment in blood. The condition can also cause a hypersensitivity to light, which is, of course, a vampire trope. Additionally, porphyria can cause gum tissue to recede, which can give ordinary teeth the appearance of being fang-like. It's also believed by some that drinking blood might cure the symptoms of porphyria. However, many scientists have rejected this explanation on the basis that drinking blood would not alleviate porphyria, and that the disease was not nearly common enough to explain the widespread belief in vampires. Bram Stoker was not the first author to write about vampires, but given the outsized influence of his novel, Dracula, he might as well have been. The book is responsible for codifying many of the vampire rules we still think of today. Despite this, Stoker's Dracula isn't as well known as one might think. When most picture Dracula, they see a suave, handsome aristocrat in a debonair cape. However, that image actually comes from the 1931 film adaptation starring Bela Lugosi. In Stoker's novel, Dracula is a withered and ugly old man, more like the villain in the 1922 silent film Nosferatu. Subsequent writers and filmmakers continued to reinvent the character and evolve the myth that surrounded him. Dracula continues to fascinate audiences to this very day, as does the very idea of vampirism. So what do you think? Who is your favorite fictional vampire? Let us know in the comments below. And while you're at it, check out some of these other creepy stories from our sister site, The Graveyard Shift.
Crazy. Crazy.
Definitely crazy.
Fucking vampires in this bitch.
Yeah.
I'm good on all that. But definitely check out Weird History. I watched them, like, I'll just put it on and I'll listen to that all fucking day just because it's so goofy and interesting. Right, I forgot about that part. I was like, oh yeah, that's right. Well, that sounds like not a good thing to have happen. But I don't know. Go ahead and smoke one more and call it a morning.
Let's go. Yeah. All right. Much love, all you amazing people. Make sure you follow everybody on the Cove production team. You know, they have everything going on every single day. It's an amazing time. Thank you, Beanz, for having me up in the morning show. Love it. It's a great way to start your morning. Stay lifted, stay positive. Much love. Peace, y'all.
Much love, everybody. Thank you guys so much for hanging out this morning. It's been a dope-ass morning. Great for this day in history. Great morning speaker. Great knowledge we gained on traffic and vampires. I hope you all have an incredible day. I got to work here in a bit. And got Marble Racing this afternoon, 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Come and hang out and get high with us and chill. And Basement Brawl tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Come and see who will get the silver nuts tonight and who will get April's gold nuts. Let's go. Please make sure that you are following everybody on the Cove team from the one and only Sir Cops. A lot, much love, Copsy. I hope you have a wonderful day at work. The Basement Brawl is his creation, so definitely come out and hang out and show him some love. You can catch it on his page. You can catch it on the Europe Entertainment's page. Make sure you're following the Europer. If you need any sort of glass, any sort of anything glass related, reach out to the Europer. He is the best glass consultant that I have talked to. From rigs to pipes to anything in between. E-rigs, he's your guy. So if you have any questions on any of that, please reach out. Make sure you're following the one and only Man-Bear. He's working today, but we'll see him up at the Brawl tonight. Let's go. Make sure you're following the one and only Dabber Chick. If you missed out on the Dabber Chick show, definitely go back and check it out. We learned about Fight Hall, which is what we're going to be doing tonight at the Basement Brawl, 9 p.m. Fight Hall. That was when, as soon as he told me that, I was like, that's what it sounds like to me. I was literally like, oh my goodness, that's what we're going to be doing on Friday night. It's Fight Hall. And make sure you're following Mad Productions. Don't miss out on anything he's got going on. He's got all sorts of music and show stuff coming out, so don't miss out on any of it. And thank you to everyone that helps support the Cove. Cove-TV is brought to you by viewers like yourself. And I could not put the time and effort into the segments that I am able to without the help of the Cove-TV subscribers and everybody that helps with the Cove. If you are interested in helping out with that, it's a $10 a month subscription. You get direct access watch links for the shows right away. As soon as the show starts, it's the first place I put them is in the subscriber chat. A weekly giveaway every Wednesday. You get your name in the banner that goes across the bottom in the outro, which I will update for May here coming up. It helps out very, very, very much. So we are in the last week of April. So if you are not a subscriber and you subscribe, you'll get a free weekish for free. I hope you all have an amazing day. I hope to see everybody at 5 p.m. Eastern time this afternoon. Let's go Rangers. And I'm only going to listen to this one in a minute.
Did you forget somebody about following? Dabber Chick.
No, I said the Dabber Chick. You check out the Dabber Chick show. Yeah, Stony. And make sure you're following Cornbread. Catch her every morning up on the morning show with us. It's a great time having you up here, Cornbread. You goofy ass. Cheers, everybody.
Yep.
In your eyes, I see you shining bright like the morning sky. That's got its ups and downs, its twists and turns, but every step you take is a lesson learned. When the road gets rough and you feel unsure, just know you're a fighter, you're meant to endure. Beanz is here to say you're doing just fine. You got the heart, the strength, you've got the shine. Beanz hopes you have a wonderful day. You're amazing, don't forget, in every way. When life gets tough, just remember this truth. You're strong, you're brave, and you've got the proof. Every challenge you face, every mountain you climb, shows the power within every single time. So smile, stand tall, don't be led astray. Beanz hopes you have a wonderful day. You've got that courage, you've got that fire. You're the kind of person who lifts others higher. When the weight feels heavy and the path seems long, remember you're built to be tough and strong. You're a rock star, a warrior, no need to pretend. You got the grit and the heart to the very end. So go out and conquer whatever comes your way. Beanz knows you've got this every single day. Beanz hopes you have a wonderful day. You're amazing, don't forget, in every way. When life gets tough, just remember this truth. You're strong, you're brave, and you've got the proof. Every challenge you face, every mountain you climb, shows the power within every single time. So smile, stand tall, don't be led astray. Beanz hopes you have a wonderful day. When the world feels heavy and you're feeling low, just take a deep breath and let that strength show. You're not just surviving, you're living out loud. Be proud of who you are, stand tall and be proud. Life's just a test of how far you've come. You're shining like the brightest sun. So keep your head high, let the worries fade. Beanz is cheering you on every step of the way. You have a wonderful day. You're amazing, don't forget, in every way. When life gets tough, just remember this truth. You're strong, you're brave, and you've got the proof. Every challenge you face, every mountain you climb, shows the power within every single time. So smile, stand tall, don't be led astray. Beanz hopes you have a wonderful day. Hey you, yeah, you're gonna be okay. Beanz believes in you each and every day. So go out there, shine, let nothing get in your way. Beanz hopes you have a wonderful, wonderful day.
Much love, everybody. We'll catch you guys later.
Much love.